17 practices now in the books for Nebraska. Hi, Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com. We talked to offensive coordinator Troy Walters and several offensive players in assistance here as the Huskers are edging closer to game week.
You know, we talk about, hey, we just got to finish, and then starting on Monday, it's game mode. I mean, it's here. You know, we've initially installed some stuff from a South Alabama perspective, which we can get ahead of the game a little bit, get the guys the game plan, and so we can start learning it so we're dialed in, and then we can fire some stuff if need be if it doesn't look good. But, you know, we'll finish up, try to get it done as soon as possible so we can really focus and hit the ground running on Monday.
For us, it's a heck of a lot easier because during camp, you know, Frosty, I mean, the whole playbook's open from day to day, and you know, when he's calling plays, it gets wild now. And so everything's available to us. Then in game week, things get whittled down. You know, it's not as much volume. So it's much simpler for us.
You know, the competition against the defense has been awesome. You know, going against them every day has made us better. So we don't want to lose that. We don't want to lose a good on good, and iron sharpens iron. So we'll still go against our defense, ones versus ones, twos versus twos. But now the focus shifts to, you know, getting a jump start on South Alabama and understanding their tendencies and what we're going to see defensively. Now, first game, you're never sure exactly what you're going to see. So we're going to rep a lot of things. We're going to go into that game plan with, you know, doing what we do. And the good thing about our defense is very similar to South Alabama, so we'll be able to adjust whatever they throw at us. And now we're trying to simulate game day atmosphere, game day situations, so the guys have to be focused, dialed in, and the extra days of going against South Alabama will help us next Saturday.
And with game week looming, that means preparations for South Alabama have started to begin.
We just initially started kind of peeking at those guys. I'm in the initial breakdown of them right now, trying to get the base coverages of them. You know, very physical team. You know, initially up front, you know, they play hard, very fast on the back end and the secondary. So obviously, you know, first game, you know, for us this year, we got to make sure we're on all cylinders coming out the gate. You know, but initially, those guys are very athletic up front, and they really run well in the secondary.
Is their roster a lot of kind of SEC chip on their shoulder guys that got passed over?
Yeah, there's some of those guys there. But you know, if you're dealing with kids from the South, those guys gonna want to come up here and try to make a name for themselves. So you know, we're gonna make sure our kids are ready to go and dial in to make sure those guys can meet what those guys are trying to bring, you know, on the field on the 31st.
And even though fall camp's coming to a close, there's still a lot of key depth chart decisions, especially at wide receiver.
You know, we're putting guys in different situations, playing a lot of guys at different positions because we want that depth. You know, this past week we had a couple scrimmages, a couple game day simulations, just to see how guys react. So definitely guys are kind of separating themselves, but I feel good about the depth that we have. I feel good about the guys understanding the offense so that we can move guys around. J.D. Spillman doesn't necessarily always have to play in the slot. He could play outside if we need him. So very pleased with how things are coming and the depth of the group.
It's exciting, actually. You know, we got Mike Woodyard, then we got McQuitty, then we got the freshman guys coming in. Then we got Kanavai. He's a great wide receiver himself. But you know, it's exciting for me just to see. I like to see everybody play. These are my brothers, so I love to see them score and make a big play. But yeah, it's great. I like it.
It's cool. We all young. Like, it's like if Hunt go do something and don't work out, he gonna come back and tell me, hey, you should do it like this, like that. Cause we all young. Whatever I'm experienced, I'm gonna tell him. Whatever he experienced, he gonna tell me, or Mike, or Wood, or Wandale or Miles, we all gonna learn from each other. That's what it has to be, because we all ain't really played. So you guys learn from each other and everybody else.
Yeah, you like to at least be 2 deep, so that gives you 6. You like to have 6 to 7 guys that you can that you believe in, that you can put in at any time. One of the focuses this season is playing fast and selling out. So I don't want guys to hold things in and be on cruise control because they're tired. They don't want to get tired. We want guys to go full speed, and when you get tired, we'll sub and get some other guys in. And we feel like we have some depth where we can get guys in and play just as fast. So we like to play 6, 7, maybe 8 if we can.
And running backs coach Ryan Held had similar thoughts, as he's a ways away from wanting to name kind of how he'll play his guys next week.
I'm close. We still got practice. We still got stuff we need to do. I mean, we're getting closer. I can tell you the light is definitely at the end of the tunnel. But again, you just never know how this thing can work out for different reasons, But the good thing is I feel like this year, the guys have a better grasp of obviously the offense. I got probably a few more choices to choose from. You got Maurice, you got Dedrick Mills, you got Wyatt Mazur, have all done really well. Ramir Johnson is coming along very well. I like where he's at, letting it loose, and Brody Belt's done some good things. So those are the guys. I mean, Wandale will play some running back as well. When he's out there, he's dynamic. So we got a good group to choose from. But again, we got to keep dialing in, taking care of our bodies, putting ourselves in position where our legs are fresh and we're shot out of a cannon on Saturday.
Held continues to praise Ronald Tompkins as well, and sees a plan for him where they can get him on the field a couple of games this year.
We're building him up, but I even told him again today, I said, I'm going to give you every opportunity to build yourself up to have a chance to play this year, all right? Because that guy's talented. We're just being smart, not having him go out there and do anything that puts him in jeopardy. But it's not, he's done for the year redshirting. I'm going to see what he can do and build him up and see what we got there, because I want as many weapons as I can. We do, because it's a long season and matchup difficulties we want to present for the defense.
Is he in full pads?
He is. He just haven't had any contact yet, so he's building up his stamina. He's building up his knowledge of the offense. We're just being smart with him, not getting hit. But, hopefully start next week. We'll get him more plays to see where he's at. Okay. So we'll just have to wait and see. It's kind of a wait and see with him. But, I want to give him every opportunity to have a chance to see what we have. If he's not good, then we obviously have the 4 games that we could potentially put him in. If he's a guy, if we get an injury or he's better than the top 2 guys, then he'll have an opportunity to play. It's a Statue of Liberty with us. It's made the best man win.
Quarterbacks coach Mario Verduzco also sized things up where things stand right now.
Well, from an effective domain standpoint, just the leadership part of it, Coach Frost wanted to accelerate that, and that was the challenge to Adrian, and I feel pretty good about the fact that he met Coach Frost's expectations. From a psychomotor standpoint, just in terms of his stroke, he's added more juice on the ball. Part of that is due to the work just from the mass that he's gained with Coach Duvall, but plus with regards to all the drills. Cognitive standpoint, he's just got a better understanding and mastery of the playbook. The challenge from that standpoint now is to make certain that he's on the same page with Coach Frost during the course of a game in terms of when plays are called or plays are changed or something's added that we hadn't rehearsed. He knows exactly what Coach Frost wants. I just see myself as a conduit between those 2 cats, and it's really important for him to get there, right? And then from a physical domain standpoint, you guys have seen him, right? He looks good, man. You know what I'm saying? He looks a good-looking cat right now. So those are the things that have happened over the last X amount of months.
Moving on over to the tight end group, Sean Beckton said Jack Stoll continues to have a hold on things, but both Austin Allen and Kurt Rafdal have had impressive camps.
I think specifically in the tight end room, we've done an unbelievable job. Specifically Austin Allen's done an unbelievable job going out there, stepping up, becoming a great blocker, really just excelling on his routes. Same with Kurt Raftal, they've done an unbelievable job. Katarian was doing the same thing, and it's just everyone in the room's gotten a lot better. No one's taking a step back, and it's just great seeing everyone take steps forward and no one really taking steps back. And that's something we want to see in our tight end room. And I'd say we've definitely gotten closer as a unit. I think that's definitely helped us out there.
In roster news here on Wednesday, Colorado State transfer Zach Schlager practiced for the second day in a row as he was elevated to Nebraska's 110-man roster on Tuesday. Because he wore full pads at CSU, he did not have to acclimate, meaning he was able to go full go immediately. With the Huskers here in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.